Alright guys, so I fucked up, right? So I basically lost around $150 today actually. I wasn't supposed to trade today.
Flashback.
Alright guys, so the funny thing is today is Eid and
Allah Akbar, Eid Mubarak, Inshallah, Mashallah!
I was like from prayers. I had actually forgot that today we have trading. As you guys can see, I'm all dripped in my kanzu right here. So basically I had actually forgot that we have trading for the day. You understand? So which is actually crazy. But other than that, I've actually got in late, but I'm gonna try analyze because we're around 2 hours into London session already. But I'm gonna try analyze and see. So to all my Muslim brothers, assalamu alaikum. Eid Mubarak, and then yeah, I hope you all guys enjoyed because I'm gonna be posting this a little bit late, but I hope you all guys enjoyed. Other than that, let's get back to the chat. All right, so we actually have NFP coming. I think around 12:30. So either way, this is not looking like a good day to trade. But if I give me a quick 1 to 2, I'm gonna get in because I'm seeing some possible buys on gold. Let me show you guys real quick. Alright guys, now this is what I was talking about. This is the gold right there, as you guys can see. So basically we had this crazy push on Thursday. You guys that traded on Thursday, you guys know what happened. So we had this crazy push, and then all of a sudden you can see we having a pullback towards this seller zone. So obviously we're expecting sales, but personally, since we're in an uptrend overall, but we are in a bit of a consolidation right now. But overall, it's if you go like on the weekly or like the daily, you can see that we are in a bit of a consolidation. But for people like us that are using the lower time frame, it's still an uptrending market, right? But then look at this. I'm using the 15-minute, by the way, not really like a very lower time frame zone. But look at this. We had this beautiful drop, a crazy drop actually, and then look at how the buyers are buying. 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 And then all of a sudden we saw this aggression, bam, without any seller coming in. But look at what sellers did. They sold 100%, right? Now, why am I actually looking for buys on this? Is okay, we did have these guys buying crazy, but you know, like every time they try to buy, we saw sellers. Every time we saw sellers. Every time we saw sellers. But then look, when we reached right here, look at what happened. We got buyers in, and then what happened? Sellers did sell, bam, buyers did reject. All right, so we are seeing a lower low right here, and another lower low right here, right? So this is definitely an indication that prices is continuing, but then after this rejection right here, look at what the RSI has done. I'm not really the person to always use the RSI, but on certain occasions I do use the RSI. So on the RSI we are seeing a divergence, right?
Later that same evening.
Alright guys, so there is something that I want to put straight to you all guys. First and foremost, this trade right here wasn't in my setup because I went back to the laptop and I reanalyzed this, coming to see that this wasn't really in my setup. Initially, I wasn't supposed to trade for a day, but when that ghost of trading came in, just now I was trying everything to get into the market. Now you guys could see at this point I'm looking at the RSI for confluence. But why am I looking at the RSI at this moment? It's because my setup hasn't showed me that there is a chance to trade. Now look here, you guys saw that I was saying, okay, let me wait for the breakout and all of that. My trading strategy tells me to do all of that, right? Wait for a change of structure, then get in. But then if you guys could look clearly, if you see the buy that I first said that it went boom massively, right? But then look at the sell. But just because I was really intrigued into getting into the buy, I didn't focus about the sell because the sell actually sold almost 120%. So I don't know if you guys will really understand me really well, but the strategy that I trade is I always measure the push with the pull, right? Now for example, you guys said the buy went aggressively. The last buy that went in, it went aggressively, but then when you see the last series of red candlestick, it actually sold more than the green candlestick sold. I don't know if you guys could see that clearly, but if you try to measure just with your eyes, you could see that, oh, these sellers sold a bigger distance compared to the buyers. And then when you invert that to the other side, the flip side, since the market was already selling
prior yesterday.
It obviously gives you a bias to sell. So basically that's something that I've just came to see, and I've seen the mistake that I did earlier on. So it's what I wanted to put out straight before we continue in this video. A divergence right here. This is a lower low and then this is a high high. I don't know if you guys can see that clearly, but we're having a divergence right on the RSI. So what am I waiting for? Break, retest. I'm getting in on buys. I don't really care if we had this crazy push, but you guys know how the markets have been acting recently. They just create like crazy moves and then reverse all of a sudden, right? So I'm not really finna trade according to this drop right here. I'm finna trade according to the way gold has been moving recently. So if I see a break retest, I'm getting in definitely. I'll be addressing you guys in a minute. Let's get it.
A few moments later.
So it's been a few minutes. Our setup has happened, as you guys can see. So I'm currently getting in. The breakout has been really aggressive. I want to see a wick towards that area, towards this zone that I've highlighted right here. Probably this is where I want to get in. I just want to see a small wick, then I get in. So I'm currently in, as I told you guys, on this gold. I was really like getting ready to buy this. So it didn't really give me the wick, but I got in on the candle closure. So I'm currently in. I'll be updating you guys in a minute if all goes well, but if all doesn't go well, I won't be updating you guys in a minute. I'm just kidding. But yeah, this is currently what's up. We're in on some buys on gold. I'll be updating you guys in a minute. Let's get it.
11 minutes later.
Alright guys, so we've gotten stopped out on the trade, as you guys can see right here with its stop loss.
End of flashback.
Alright guys, so I fucked up, right? I fucked up. So I basically lost around $150 today actually. I wasn't supposed to trade today, right? Not because of the NFP, but I wasn't really supposed to trade. For the gold trade, I didn't really force it, but I did force a couple of more trades. So as you guys can see right there, I got in at JBP. I think it was GBP JPY, and then I got into USD Swiss franc, as you guys can see right there, and I lost both of those trades, which I wasn't supposed to trade. They ain't in my setup. I actually didn't even record those trades. I was seated here like trying to review the trades that I took for the day. I looked at the gold trade. It wasn't really the best trade to take. I did see where I went wrong, and probably next time I'll review that. So we currently at around this area right here. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm trading a 10k consistency account, right? And I did tell you guys the benefit of that in the past video, the last video that I last uploaded. If you guys check that out, you guys will be knowing the benefit of that. So basically it is what it is. We did lose 150, but it's all good. I'll be updating you guys in a minute. Let's get it.